BJP Parliamentary Party met today. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said some people misusing Parliament to stop the pace of country's growth. He praised parties helping to break logjam in Parliament and hailed SP Chief Mulayam Singh Yadav for his efforts. The government will bring the much-awaited bill on GST for passage in the Rajya Sabha even as doubts persist if the opposition Congress will allow passage of the Constitution Amendment Bill. The revised list of business of Rajya Sabha said Finance Minister Arun Jaitley will move the Constitution Bill 2014, incorporating recommendations made by a House Select Committee. The third leg of coal mines auction begins today with firms like JSPL, Hindalco, Vedanta and JSW Steel in the fray for 5 blocks that the government has put up for bidding. 2 mines on offer today are Marki Mangli 1 mine in Maharashtra and Bhaskapara mine in Chhattisgarh. The third tranche follows the government garnering over 2 lakh crore rupees in the first 2 phases of mines auction earlier this year. An NIA court in Jammu granted police 14 days remand of terrorist Mohammad Naved Yaqub, a Pakistani militant who was caught alive last week after the Udhampur terror strike in which 2 BSF personnel were killed. Based on information provided by Naved, police and central security agencies have launched a manhunt for a businessman who is alleged to have paid him and Mohammad Noman alias Momin 5 lakh rupees for sharing it with other Lashkar-e-Toiba cadre. Dayanidhi Maran moves Supreme Court against cancellation of bail by Madras High Court in a case related to the alleged setting up of an illegal telephone exchange. Supreme Court agrees to hear Maran's plea tomorrow. CBI started a preliminary inquiry to probe the mysterious death of Madhya Pradesh Governor Ram Naresh Yadav's son Sailesh, whose name had figured in the multi-crore rupee MPPEB scam, also known as Vyapam. Sailesh was found dead under mysterious circumstances at his residence in Lucknow on 25th March this year. At least 11 people died and 50 others were injured in a stampede at a temple in Jharkhand. The incident took place near a Durga temple at Belabagan More on Deoghar Jasidi, about 350 kilometers from Ranchi. A high-level committee headed by State Home Secretary N.N. Pandey will probe the incident. The Deputy Commissioner and SP of the area have been suspended. 7 Maoist cadres were arrested from separate places in the insurgency-hit Bijapur district of Chhattisgarh yesterday. A Central Reserve Police Force team rounded up the rebels during a combing operation in Bhaimagar, located around 450 kilometers away from the Chhattisgarh state capital. Wreaking havoc in Himachal Pradesh, monsoon rains have claimed 44 lives and lost worth 228 crore rupees to the properties damaged across the state till now. Indian Meteorological Department has issued warning of heavy rainfall in the next 24 hours. Afghan President Ashraf Ghani has slammed neighboring Pakistan over a recent wave of insurgent attacks in capital Kabul. Ghani said that suicide bomber training camps and bomb-producing factories which are killing Afghan people are as active as before in Pakistan. India-born Sundar Pichai has been named the new CEO of technology giant Google as the company co-founder Larry Page announced the formation of a new umbrella firm Alphabet, of which Google will be a part. Page, in a blog post, announced the formation of the new parent company Alphabet, of which he will be the CEO, and Google co-founder Sergey Brin will be its president. Chennai-born Pichai has been named CEO of the new Google, which Page said will be a bit slimmed down. 2 bombs striking neighborhoods in Iraq's eastern Diyala province killed at least 58 people, officials said, less than a month after it was the scene of one of the deadliest attacks to hit the country in recent years. Residents in Diyala have been calling for greater protection from security forces after the Islamic State group bombed a crowded marketplace last month, killing 115 people, including women and children. Greece and international creditors on Monday were in the final stretch of putting finishing touches to a multi-billion euro bailout accord to keep the country financially afloat and meet an important debt repayment to the European Central Bank within days. Greece is hoping to wrap up the deal for 86 billion euros in fresh loans by today so it can